So we need to stack it so we can get him out.
Mm-hmm.
She basically feels the only way to get Kevin out is for Dimitri to eat him alive.
Mm-hmm. Then Karen said
Mm-hmm.
to Jamaica that she doesn't want Kevin to win, and she said Roosevelt wrote in 1929, "It's not the people who sit on the outside and judge. It's the man who sits in the arena with the blood, sweat, and tries valiantly." Sorry, I had missed out some stuff beforehand.
I've got like
Stop ruining my Roosevelt speech.
I got like a page and a half before that.
Like, go on, because I was running out of steam at this point.
And possibly on some quite strong prescription drugs.
What are you going to say then?
Before that Roosevelt speech, which...
It's good to see Roosevelt. Is that even how you say it? Mentioned in the Big Brother house, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot on that. We'll come back to that. So Karen and Dylan were with Kevin in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And Karen asks Kevin if he's using the POV, and he says no. Mm-hmm. So Karen's like, okay, so one of their games is up this week. But Kevin was trying to get like intel out of Karen and Dylan about how they were going to vote, wasn't he? So he asks if she prefers Ica or Dimitri's.
Yeah.
And Karen started to kind of plant the seed into Kevin that getting rid of Ica was better for his game.
Yeah.
But actually, that's what she wants, isn't it? I think Karen was trying to game here.
She was double bluffing him, But he was on to her as well, wasn't he?
He definitely. But she said, I think the bigger game move for you is sending Ica to the jury house. And then Kevin said, but Dimitri's is a bigger comp threat. And Karen said, but you keep beating him. I thought she was playing to that quite well, even though it wasn't working.
He doesn't beat him that often.
Well, even Kevin said, by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
I was like, no shit. And then Karen and Jamaica were in the bedroom having a conversation across the cursed bed. And that's when Karen started to cry about being a fan of the show.
Oh,
Do you remember this bit?
No.
She's like, as a fan, I really want the right person to win. I really do.
But was she fake crying?
Exactly. But was she fake crying? This is the question I was going to ask you. She goes, but I want somebody to win who's deserving of it as a fan, because it's not just about the money. And I thought, well, that does help.
She's always saying it's not about the money. That makes you think she is thinking about that money.
It's like, and she was like, fist pumping. I don't want Kevin Martin to win. And Dimitri said he won't. And she said, because the wrong person just doesn't deserve it. Like, she really thinks Kevin is the wrong person.
He is. She's right.
And now I had the Roosevelt thing. Where she went into the Roosevelt speech.
Yeah.
Now,
what is she saying there?
What is she saying?
It's not the people who sit on the outside and judge, so that's the viewers, right? It's the man who sits in the arena. I think she's talking about Dimitri's.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Do you think that Roosevelt watched Big Brother? Because this is a quote apparently about Big Brother from Roosevelt. And
is it?
We do remember that there was I think it was an 1800 edition of Big Brother Canada, which we saw in a VT, I think, last series. So maybe he watched that one. Do you think he was watching that one? Also, valiantly. Real word or false word?
Didn't she say valiantly?
No, she said valently.
Oh, I think she just mispronounced it.
She means valiantly, right?
Valiantly.
Or is it another buoy situation?
Well, could be.
Valiantly. So she said, it's you die there or you live there, but you tried. Is she basically trying to say,
if you live by the sword, you die by the sword?
Have you got that down?
That's what I've written down.
Nasty neck.
Twins. And then Dimitri said, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah, but he did say that at the end. But before that, she also added, when you're, and this is I've noted it as could be my tattoo of the week.
Ah, sweet.
When you're at your lowest low, that's when you have to dig the deepest in your heart. That's what she said to Dimitri.
Okay. So it's going to be a long old tattoo there.
It's long, isn't it? Painful. And then the three of them had a Demetrius sandwich with Ica and Karen either side on the bed having a little huddle where they
tasty.
All cried about wanting the deserving people to win.
The good people must win the game.
Were they wearing white?
So then there's the veto ceremony. Dimitri said in his speech, you should be scared of me. Don't use it. I didn't get all of that.
No, that's all that I've got as well. No, he did say, I don't think you can beat me twice in a row.
Okay. And then Ica's, have you written it? I've written down a bit, but I don't know how... your quote seems to be better than mine at the moment.
She says, Ica said, Kevin, you've always told people that you're a logical player, but all season you've been anything but logical. Last week, when we tricked you, instead of playing us like a logical player would, you got emotional and spilled a bunch of tears, queen that you are. Ouch.
I've got spilled a bunch of tea, not tears, but whatever.
I think it was tears. And then,
Doesn't matter.
so Kevin, take the veto and shove it up your ass.
I love it.
So this is the bit that I was like, is this borderline homophobic? We got...
I've written homophobic in brackets.
Yeah, I've written homophobic and circled it.
Yeah.
Because she's first called him a queen and then told him to shove a veto up his ass.
What are you saying, Ica? I'm putting the dots together and it's not looking good for you.
Who was it that said they put their cock up someone's ass and they went mad in our Big Brother?
Oh, was it James Jordan? No. Oh, Callum Best. Yeah, Callum Best and Perez, yeah. Yeah, that was a bit borderline, but then it was Kevin Robert Martin, so whatever.
Yeah.
We'll allow it. And then Kevin just stood there, pound face, and didn't say anything back in response, did he?
And Ica sat down looking extremely pleased with the scene she'd just created.
It was a good speech, though.
Yeah, it was. Kevin did look a little bit shocked, did you not think? I think he was a bit like, oh, it's a bit deep.
He's just like... He never has a good comeback, or he never even tries, though, does he?
No.
He just lets Ica say whatever, and then he doesn't say anything in return. Like look how dirty his paws are. It's filth. Sorry, cat's given. But he never even tries to make good TV. That Kevin Robert Martin.
No.
Good TV is just created around him, and he just stands there. But
was
then,
on the receiving
actually,
end of it,
I
wasn't
take
he?
that back, because then he decided to use the veto.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah.
Did you write down his speech? Because I didn't. Or what he said when he used the veto.
No, did he even make one?
Don't know. I've just put Kevin used the veto on Ica. Oh my
Me
god.
too. And I put Dimitri's nodded, a bit like he was kind of expecting it.
Demetrius and Ica give each other almost the crab eyes again. Did you notice?
No.
They almost did. Watch it again when we watch the next bit.
I've written that Dylan looked dumbfounded, like
As
he
usual.
really did, and then became the replacement.
Oh yeah. But why did this happen? Why is Kevin doing this? Because he's burning a bridge with Dylan there as well.
His reasoning was because he wants Dimitri's out.
Yeah.
Dimitri's or Dimitri? I've forgotten again. Dimitri's.
Yeah.
And Karen and Dylan had already said they were going to vote out Ica.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was going to take Ica out, but the one he wants to get out is Dimitri. So he feels by putting up Dylan, the rest of the people in the house will now vote out Dimitri's.
Mm-hmm.
However, Karen believes Dimitri's is her only hope for Kevin to go, so
yeah.
she will definitely keep him.
Plus, it's one in the eye for Kevin for being tricksy.
Yeah, and Ica's gets a vote now, right?
Yeah.
So she's going to keep Dimitri.
Yeah. Kevin thinks he can
It's
just
fucked
run
up.
the whole house. It's
He can't.
ridiculous.
Oh my god, Dimitri's is going to survive.
I hope so, because Karen isn't going to do what Kevin wants. But Karen is really close to Dylan. But
She is, but
at this point, who really cares about Dylan? Come on, no
Exactly.
one. Only his mum and that little dog.
And we know that Jake. And we know that
Jacob.
We know that Karen really believes that, and I think she's telling the truth there when she really believes that Dimitri's is the only way to get Kevin out, because she really wants out.
I really, really hope.
And I think Karen actually does want a deserving winner as a fan.
Yeah. And Dylan, and let's face it, Dylan's done fuck all.
Exactly.
I really hope this blows up in Kevin's face, and this is like Kevin's most
It will.
stupid move. Twice in a week he's had Demetrius and Ike on the block, and twice he's failed to get them out.
Exactly.
It'll be delicious, and so much for him being a fucking mastermind. And just imagine the look on his face; it'd be so good.
Which brings us to Dimitri's speech,
Yes.
where he says, Kevin, great resume building, bud. In the last 2 weeks, you had me and Ica on the block, and you're only going to only going to manage to get out Jackie and Dylan. You are the worst Big Brother mastermind of all time. And I think he's going to be right.
I hope so. I know, but now I'm worried that we're just talking ourselves up into something that's not going to happen.
It can't be.
I do think that's very risky of Kevin to burn that bridge with Dylan as well, because now Dylan's going to, if Dylan does stay, Dylan's going to be pissed off of him. Karen's pissed off of him.
Good.
Ica's pissed off with him. Everyone's
Kevin Martin's undone himself.
And he can't,
fucking Kevin Martin.
and he can't win. And he can't win HOH, so he's fucked off the whole entire house.
Yeah.
Unless there's some behind the scenes plan that we don't know about. which is possible.
Between other housemates?
No, between maybe Kevin and Karen and Dylan. I don't know. Do you think? No, because Dylan did look shocked, didn't he?
Yeah, Dylan didn't know what's
and
going
Dylan
on.
can't fake those looks that he does.
He can't win a fight with the buffet.
That was so good. So that's it. Now we've got to see what happens.
Find out.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I don't think we need to worry. I'm confident.
Uh-oh. Famous last words. We'll be back after this.
So now we're moving on to a very exciting eviction episode. Now, I don't know about you, but I think Global will need to check the health and safety and maybe issue that audience with some protective glasses. Because I noticed that woman behind Arissa was getting blinded by the...
Blindsided.
by the crazy paving glass tiles that she had on her top.
Arissa looked like a mirror ball. In fact, she looked like something out of Eurovision. We just watched a bit of Eurovision. She looked like she should have been on Eurovision.
I came in like a mirror ball.
You said that was the best look you've ever seen Arissa wear.
Yeah, and coincidentally, I saw a woman wearing a very similar look to that on the tube this week, and I actually thought that Arissa should wear a silver skirt, and that woman had paired it with silver shoes, and then lo and behold, this week she had.
That's weird.
I know, it is weird, right?
Why was someone wearing that on the tube? Was it in the evening or?
She was going to work.
What?
Yeah, I think she was. She got off at Clapham Common.
That is very
too much information.
That is very peculiar and curious. Yeah, I did like her outfit this week.
That was
good.
Arissa's best outfit she's ever worn, I think.
Yeah.
I like it when her outfit makes the whole thing glitzy.
She was twinkling
Twinkle,
in people's eyes.
And Dylan's at the end there.
Well, so we start with the veto ceremony fallout. I liked everyone's faces during and after that veto, especially Dimitri's and Dylan's were good. Dimitri said, for the first time, I'm legitimately speechless.
He was smirking with confusion over it in Dimitri's when that happened.
And Ika said, did Kevin just replace me with Dylan? And then Dimitri said to Kevin, I'm a little confused by your tactics. I like that.
Yeah, you could tell he kind of just wanted to laugh at the whole situation.
Yeah. So Kevin's plan was, he wants Ika to save Dimitri's, he wants Karen to save Dylan, and then Kevin wants to break the tie.
That's not going to happen, is it?
What he didn't account for was Karen's hatred of Kevin Robert Martin.
Yeah, true. I've written that Kevin has no style whatsoever.
What, clothes-wise?
Yeah, he's got no dress sense.
No je ne sais quoi.
Definitely not. It's all eek.
He makes a mean cup of tea, though.
We should probably tell Arissa that her outfit was chic. She likes eco chic.
Does she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She mentioned it in the messages
Did she?
this week. Yeah. You get a chic from us, Arissa. Kevin gets a big fat eek.
Yeah, Kevin is, it's pretty dry. So then...
Dry.
Kevin said, I don't have a single ally in this house. Oh, this is when he started going, it's 4 versus 1, it's 4 versus 1, it's 4 versus 1. It was the new Broken Promises, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. To which Ika said, I know you don't.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Now, we saw this in the intro and we both commented on it. And we've seen it a few times over the last week. Why are those house guests drinking cooking oil?
Yeah, I did.
What's in that bottle on the kitchen table there?
God knows. Perhaps it's making them grow up big and strong. I don't know.
Must be a Canadian thing.
Perhaps it's maple syrup.
Drinking it by the glass, though.
When they're not rubbing it on Kevin's tap.
Yeah, so that brings us on nicely, a nice segue into Ika was being quite apologetic for the speech that she'd made, where she told Kevin famously that he was a queen and he should shove his veto up his arse. And said, we kind of did something to your room too.
And they showed like a flashback and like heavy metal music, so you know something's going down. Evil dicks there. So what did they do? They rubbed something on Kevin's taps.
Yeah.
I think that was maple syrup.
Possibly maple syrup or maybe honey.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if you're going to go for one item in the HOH room, don't you touch that dresser from the brick. But they did.
Definitely not.
They went and ripped out his folded clothes from the drawers, which they also noted were colour coordinated. So to which Dimitri said, he's a freak.
And then we hung his pig.
Yeah, they hung the pig. They also bounced on his bed and chucked his clothes around. But hanging of the pig was like
I love that.
the weirdest part.
It was brilliant.
Good.
She said, of all the things we could have done, we killed the pig.
And then when she went up to clean the room,
Yeah.
Ica had a right moan on when she had to do cleaning during that other task when William was finding his veto.
Uh-huh.
But she dashed up there to sort it out for him, and she took that pig down and gave it a little kiss.